Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. It's Tuesday morning, February 5th. 55 degrees this morning. I know it's raining in North Georgia. It's not bitter cold, all right? It's not 14 degrees, 10 degrees. It is 55 this morning. We have the giveaway here for Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about that. If you have not pull this a little further in. If you have not signed up or went and registered to win over $250 worth of prizes right here, we're going to tell you how to do that for Valentine's Day coming up very quickly here. Now, let's see here, Josh. Picture-wise, okay? Now, we know number two there, all right, and we're going to get into the serious stuff of the day, but we know number two there that Fox has determined that Ginsburg should expire like on a carton of milk by 2019. Now, Fox determined that at 2019, and we have been on Ginsburg watch for quite some time. And yesterday, give me number 36 here. Number 36. RBG's first public appearance since cancer surgery. CNN Supreme Court Justice attends celebration of her life in song. So supposedly, now MSNBC, CNN, they're all carrying the water here. There has been a Ginsburg sighting yesterday. There's no fresh new pictures, okay? I'm not implying anything, not trying to go conspiratorial or nothing, I promise. Just, you know, you would think they would get like a selfie. Come here, mom, grandma, right? I think it's at the grandkids musical or something like that at school. Not seeing the selfie, not seeing the fresh new shot. Maybe she just doesn't feel good, doesn't look good. You know, she's coming off cancer surgery, didn't want any pictures. Okay. But supposedly yesterday there was a Ginsburg sighting. Tonight, as the President of the United States delivers his State of the Union to the American people, in the midst of the Washington, D.C. cesspool that we call Congress, there'll be no Ginsburg once again. Now, is this the third trip for Trump up to the cesspool hill to address the people? And I think Ginsburg's not been there. So I don't think we'll have a Ginsburg tonight, but supposedly there was a Ginsburg sighting yesterday. Now, CNN, I want to do this just because they make these mistakes, and all the networks do from time to time, but they make these mistakes, okay? So I'm watching here at 1:15 a.m. Pacific time, which is 4:15 a.m. Go to 34, all right? And look at this, okay? Oakland teachers vote to authorize strike, demanding 12% pay hike over 3 years and smaller class sizes. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, they have authorized a strike. What is going on out there in Oakland? I mean, wow. But this is what CNN, they never come and apologize. Go to number 35. I just thought this was funny. I clipped these very quick because I looked and I was like, wait a minute. Oakland teachers vote to authorize a strike developing this morning, 12% pay hike. But, you know, how did they get the military involved here? So CNN makes these nice little mistakes all the time. They never come back and apologize for anything. Okay. We got to take that off. We got to put something else up. We got to put something else up there that does not upset the viewers this morning, okay? So we got a real freak show. Are we allowed to say freak show anymore? Let's go with 45 here. Right out of the box, 4 a.m. this morning. MSNBC, CNN, they're loving it. The day. Is there ever, do you ever think this is coincidental? A coinkadink coincidence? You think this is a coinkadink? I do not. How many negative stories can they run on this president a day? I don't know who's keeping count, but somebody out there is keeping count. They've got to be running like 14, 15 negative stories a day. That's no joke. Right out of the box at 4 a.m., Trump inaugural committee subpoenaed. Okay, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. Now, here is something tonight, and this is how number 46. Okay. All right, so the State of the Union at the cesspool known as Congress tonight. Can we say freak show anymore? It's going to be a regular freak show. All right? Oh, yeah. Have you seen the guest list? I mean, first of all, I want to set this up. Remember Joe Wilson yelled, "You lie"? Remember that? Oh, man, that upset everybody. But I want to say this. If I am wrong, okay, but with this fresh, young, enthusiastic group of socialists on the Democrats there, I'm wondering if we'll have a Joe Wilson moment tonight. So watch for that. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, as many times a day that it's reported inaccurately that this president of the United States lies, how could those Democrats just sit on their hands? I mean, I'm surprised it won't be like playing whack-a-mole with these people jumping up saying, "You lie." We'll just see. Can we say freak show? Because it's going to be a freak show. Now, right there is the State of the Union address. And as you can see, Paul Ryan has his eyes closed because he just mailed it in. He lied to Trump, mailed it in, stabbed the president in the back. And there's Jen, right there, okay? So, tonight, in that chair, you will have to look at Nancy Pelosi. 12 years ago, a Republican president lost control of both houses, lost control of the House of Representatives, and George W. Bush was standing up there giving the State of the Union address with Nancy Pelosi sitting there. So Nancy will be sitting there tonight trying to keep, her face from, she's over at the doctor or whatever. She's getting some Botox shots because she doesn't want, anything jumping tonight. She doesn't want any extra twitching to take off while she's sitting there. And she's going over and she said, "Look, I got to sit here for like 90 minutes and just, I have to have everything just, boom, freeze." Okay? So, we have, at the freak show tonight, remember this lady, number 8? Remember the wuss? Can we say freak show? What happens when the media finds out that, let's say my age, let's say whatever it may be, and older, we actually went to the freak show? You ever been to one? Tell the truth. You don't tell the truth because you're worried it'll end your career. To ever say, "Yeah, step right up, $2.50. See the bearded woman." All right, so enough. Remember this wuss right here, Jeff Flake, and he's in the elevator. Remember this lady caught him and just screamed at him and screamed at him. And he then went with his friend Coons up there in Connecticut, and they said, hey, let's have the FBI do another investigation. Remember that? Well, she will actually be at number 7. She will be at the Freak Show tonight. Let me see. Now, let me tell you, it's not completed. I think there's some more coming up. But if you would like to see the guest list for tonight, Roll Call, you can go to Roll Call, the website, and you can see guest list. Here is who you will see at the State of the Union address. So, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, okay, announced that Ana Maria Archuleta, or whatever her name is, right there, will be her guest. That will be her guest tonight at the Freak Show. All right. And then we have, let me see, I got another one here tonight for the guest list. Now, number 9. Now, she has lost her job at the Trump Hotel. Let me see what her name, I forget what her name is. I got it here. Victoria Morales. There's Victoria Morales. An undocumented who worked as a housekeeper at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, until she went public to the New York Times, will be the guest of Democrat Representative Bonnie Watson Coleman of New Jersey. So she will be there. She lost her job. She's illegal. She was working for Trump. Here he wants to go build a wall and stuff. You have not stayed, okay? Let me tell you something. Your favorite establishments, your favorite eating, sleeping, entertainment establishments you go to, you have not went to those in the past year. That several people working are illegals. If you think in America today that every bed that's being made at every hotel in the United States is all documented workers, you're wrong. You got it. If you think every dish in America is washed by some white kid looking for a job, an after-school job, you're wrong. So anyhow, Victoria Morales will be at the Freak Show tonight as a guest, all right? There will be Dick Durbin will have, and it is going to be a freak show. You can leave her up, or go to Alexandria and the woman that screamed at Jeff Flake. Leave her up for a minute. Dick Durbin from Illinois will have Toby Hawk, an Aurora, Illinois air traffic controller, an Air Force veteran, and one of more than 8,000 Illinois federal employees impacted by the partial government shutdown, okay? Now, Kirsten Gillibrand's going to go to distance because she is going to go back to that other picture. You know which one I just said? If you find it, the one with Ocasio and there you go. Thanks, Josh. Now, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, that has announced one of the many left-leaning Democrats from New York. She's going to have Navy Lieutenant Commander Blake Dremen, a transgender service member and president of Sparta, an LGBT military advocacy organization focused on transgender military advocacy. Real freak show out there. Let's see. I had another one here. They got, you go down through this list. Senator Jeff Merkley, Democrat from Oregon. Alberta Cortezia, a mother detained in solitary confinement and separated from her 11-year-old daughter, Yanklin, when she sought asylum from domestic violence in Guatemala. Oh, they got them all. The freak show's on tonight. I mean, they got kids in cages. They got people that was detained in solitary confinement. They've got the LGBT community. Whoo! They got it all, baby. I'm telling you right now. And I'm wondering if they can hold it together. You should see this entire list down through here. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. Now, this guy right here, I think I'll bring his picture up in the next segment. You got Representative Chris Pappas, Democrat from New Hampshire. Pappas invited transgender veteran Trayvon Dignard in order to call attention to transgender military service ban. So the transgenders are going to be in the house tonight. The former bed-making Latino illegals in the house tonight. The screaming down Jeff Flake freak show in the elevator. 3 women! 3 women! Yeah, 3 women, you remember, were all discredited. But anyhow, okay. So what say you about the freak show tonight and the State of the Union? What's going to happen? Now we have, before we go to break, we'll get into that a little more, and I know some people are probably upset that I've named it that, but you go look at these guest lists and what in the world, this is supposed to be the State of the Union. Do you realize in your lifetime, wherever you're at, on the other side of that camera, you and I somehow we done let this outlaw thing get way out of hand. You know, Waylon Jennings said, don't you think this outlaw thing's done got way out of hand? And I'll tell you, damn it, now you just think, my age, yours, okay, we let something bad happen because you woke up this morning and your State of the Union, the State of the Union, to speak to the, you remember when the State of the Union was when a president of the United States came and they would talk about, now this is not, I'm not saying I'm agreeing with all the deep state stuff that, you know, I believe in the deep state, but remember when the president of the Union came and they talked about education, and Trump will probably talked about education for our children and where we stood in the world on the sciences and maths and instead of this Common Core garbage. You remember when the President of the United States used to come and talk to us about our country? I mean, when the State of the Union was just what it was supposed to be. And tonight you're going to watch from a cesspool that we allowed to happen, an actual freak show. I mean, it is going to be a freak show. Now, the end, I know how many times, if you're drinking out there and use the word freak show, please sober up. Now, how many times, let me just say this before we roll on the break, because we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the Virginia governor, Northam. We've got a lot to go over. More on tonight's State of the Union address. Lindsey Graham, who the hell is he? Who the hell is he? He's declared war. We might come back and go right into that. The Lindsey has declared war. Republicans are going to turn on Trump. Whoa. All right, so tonight, right after, they are doing this. I don't remember ever seeing the State of the Union built up with the Democrat response right behind it. I mean, I really don't. I remember in the past, you know, the State of the Union's there, and then they say, and now it's time for the Republican response, which when Obama was there, that's what happened. Or now it's time for the Democrat response. But I tell you what, the State of the Union, as far as the Democrat response, I could have sworn I clipped a picture of that Stacey Abrams here. Yeah, go to, is it number, what is it, number, let's see. No, that's not it. I could have sworn I highlighted a picture of Stacey and sent over there. I mean, you can't miss it. Oh, there we go. Go to number, right there, okay? Number 40. So right after the President of the United States, and we watch the freak show, and we see who sits and see if there's a Joe Wilson moment. Now watch as the commentators pan the room for all of these guests. Okay. Now, number 40, Stacey Abrams to give Democrat response to State of the Union. Former gubernatorial candidate will be first black woman to do so. So first, they love that first stuff. First black woman to give the Democrat response at the State of the Union address right there, or any response. So that is being given a big top billing right after that. And then number 3, after she gets done, we're going to see how David feels, because what if she says something indicating she's going to run for Senate? I don't know that she will use that platform tonight to do that, but there's a lot of smoke around her running against David Perdue here in Georgia. Take a break. We'll come back in just a minute. Well, I think we'll come back. Lindsey Graham has declared war, and we need to know who this guy is. So you could send me, before we go, 706-889-9700. There is our phone number right there. You can contact the show at any time. Text the show. Let me know what you think. Go through the guest list. See who's on the Freak Show guest list for the Cesspool Congress State of the Union address. There's all the social media ways to follow us, our email. Don't forget, folks, you go to Fetch Your News Facebook page, okay? And you can get an opportunity to win this Valentine's basket right here that Fetch Your News is giving away there, with so many sponsors in there. Fetch Your News Facebook page, find the contest, okay? All the rules for the contest is there, and you got a $20 in here. Some of the things that are in here: $20 Carrington Coffee from Jasper gift card, a dinner certificate from River Street Tavern over here, Hometown Florist, $50. Hey guys, $50. You can buy a lot of roses, balloons, whatever. So Hometown Florist right over here in LJ, $50 gift certificate. 2 movie passes to the Mountain Theater over here, Georgia Theater, GTC Movies, 2 movie passes right here in LJ, and Tea Tree's Boutique Aromatherapy Massage. Ooh, that's priceless is what they're calling that. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back right after these messages.